when I saw the Toni Storm 2019, 18, whatever, it's kind of like this girl that young girls might, empathize with and idolize and be influenced by. It's just a very kind of a cool, like this Toni Storm that you were doing when you were 21 might not work when you're 27, 28.
Yeah. And
I was like, what are they waiting for her? And that's to me was instantly was like, she's already there. Bring her up. Let her
Who knows?
Have the 16-year-old girls think like, oh, that's kind of what I was thinking.
Yeah. When I quit, a lot of people suspected burnout, but I mean, I got to be honest with you. I was totally unhappy. I wasn't burnt out. I mean, I was in catering most of the time, to be honest. Yeah. Not that I'm complaining, and I obviously don't want to bury the place at all. I don't want to say anything bad.
No,
because,
we're not saying bad.
To be honest, I'm really grateful for the whole thing, to be honest. You know what? Like, it all ended badly. It was all doom and gloom, whatever, but I still had the best time, and I got to learn a lot from a lot of people. And I'm really grateful for all of it. I don't want anyone to think that I'm like, I hate WWE. And
No, but sometimes things don't work out the way that you wanted them to or the way that you expected them to. So when did you start feeling like you get called to SmackDown? Obviously, you're very excited.
Yeah.
Was there a plan for you at first? A thought, an idea?
There seemed to be. They put me in a debut match. That seemed to go well. And it seemed like that something was going to happen. And then nothing really did. And then there was bits and pieces here and there, like, you're in love with Rick Boogs and the love triangle with Dolph Ziggler, and then it never really went anywhere, and just bits and pieces here and there. And then I did, and then I was working with Charlotte, and stuff seemed to be picking up from there. But then, with a lot of contributing factors, kind of just led to me saying, you know what, I can't fucking do this anymore, and I need to change my life, because, to be honest, I'm so depressed here, and it's so hard to explain that to people, but you know what I mean? Like people who haven't been there and haven't experienced it. And it wasn't like there was one big moment where I was like, oh my God, I'm quitting. It was just so many things. And every week I couldn't help but think that maybe this isn't the place for me. And it's weird. It's so weird.
It's weird, but I can understand it completely, because that's what it was like, and once again, this is not bashing companies. This is, I'm sure, hockey players or football players get traded to a team and don't get the ice time or the playing time they expected, and you want out. And when I was in WCW, for example, our whole gang, Eddie Guerrero and Benoit and Dean Malenko, we saw this love of wrestling just deteriorating to where it was like, why are we even here? We're not getting a chance to really do much. This isn't not what we signed up for. It's not what we know we can do.
Yeah.
Was that kind of what you were
That's exactly how I felt, really. I just, from the way things were going, the way it was looking, and overall the way it felt, I was like, this isn't looking good for me. I just don't see myself coming out of this. And I'm not enjoying it. I'm not having fun. To be honest, I'm kind of dreading going to work each time.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And I just felt like there was a lot of times where there wasn't much respect for my time, and it got me down. It got me really low. Eventually, I lost it. I totally lost my mind. I totally was out of my mind. I stopped eating. I stopped sleeping. Because this was depression. I was hugely depressed, yeah. Because I guess in my head, this was everything that I had worked my life towards since I was a 10-year-old girl. And this is it. Here I am. This is my dream. This is what I was born to do. It was so hard to come to terms with the fact that this is, like, just because this is what I wanted when I was a kid, it doesn't mean that it's right for me. And also, like, this isn't the be-all and end-all of wrestling. There's other places. There's other things to do. And there was a lot of stuff that I did before this that brought me way more joy than I realized, I guess. Like going to Japan, doing all those really cool things. It was weird. It got to the point where I was like, I'm at WWE, my so-called dream, this everything I've ever wanted, but I would rather be setting up a ring in Japan somewhere right now. I just don't feel like there's nothing worse than being in a position where it's just not, you don't feel it's right for you.